Jodi Gittes, Master Chief Petty Officer Intelligence Specialist. September 11th was difficult for me. I worked for the Office of Naval Intelligence. During that time, I was also a watchstander at the Pentagon for a little bit. And during that time, I met the people that were in the Navy office that got hit. I was in the office at the time when we watched the planes hit. We got to see the smoke from our office of at the Pentagon. But the next day, we were off because they were trying to get hold of everybody from O&I. While everybody else went back to work, we were still at home. My husband was out in California. Not a good time for him to be in California, but he had his business trip out there. I was devastated. I cried all day on Wednesday. One of the people that was killed was Julian Cooper. He was an IT first-class petty officer, and I was the chief in his unit. And I was talking to him about taking the exam for chief. And I distinctly remember that conversation. And yeah, I volunteered along with Master Chief Blazak. Master Chief Walmart was in charge of getting the CACO office put together. It's a casualty assistance for all the Navy personnel that were on the plane, and that was at the Pentagon. That was a very humbling experience for me and for anybody that was in that office. Master Chief Blazak was the day shift. It was a 24-hour watch, and I was the evening shift, the night shift. I originally wanted to go to New York, since that's where I was from. But working in the CACO office was much more. It was a better experience. It was a very humbling experience. The Admiral to O&I at the time, and I can't remember his name, but the first person that was identified was Pontel, Darren Pontel, who happened to have been Jewish. I happened to be Jewish. And the rabbi was coming in and checking on the Jewish personnel and when they found them and things like that, and identified them. So the Admiral says, I want a letter from President Bush. And so I was designated to go to the White House and get the letter and get it up to the funeral. Do you know what it's like to go from the White House up to Silver Spring on the Beltway during the day? I was like going 90 miles an hour to get to that funeral, because it was a big deal at the time, because he was the first one buried. Very unique experience.